So I got this pen. It's the Stipula Etruria Rainbow Prisma 88. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's pretty. I saw it on Instagram, on the Goulet Pens Instagram account, about 10 o'clock at night, and got my butt up out of bed and went to go buy it because I had to have this pen. And a huge shout out to them. They got me pen number 19, which is special in multiple ways. First of all, it's my favorite number, number 19, but there's also a 19 out of 88 that you won't be able to see on the pen, and I was born in 1988, so double win. I really like it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a full rainbow all the way across all the pieces, which is great. There's one major quirk with it. When you write, it can get a little skippy, where it'll just randomly stop writing. You have to prime it a little bit. I don't know if that is simply my pen having a bit of an attitude, or if it's something that is common with other pens. I haven't been able to find a review on the 88 yet, which is part of why I'm doing this. When you start writing, it is a very noisy pen. You can hear it. Now, it's not quite as noisy as writing with a ballpoint pen, but it's not going to be as quiet as, say, writing with a Lamy or writing with the Pilot Metropolitan. I'd say that those are the only two potential negatives to the pen. And again, the nib being kind of skippy could be specific to my pen. And I have noticed that there tends to be a bit of a sweet spot. If you can keep writing precisely at the center of the pen and at precisely the right angle, it's really, really happy. As soon as you get outside of those angles, it's maybe not quite so happy. Other little quirks about the pen: the mechanism for moving the plunger up and down is very tight. It's not one of those where you can just stick your pen in the inkwell and give it a couple twists. You need to actually hold on to your pen and twist it. So you may want someone holding the inkwell while you load it, or else there could be some ink accidents. Another little quirk to the pen is up near the top, in this section of the cap, two pieces of resin were combined, and if you were to, say, drop your pen, which unfortunately I dropped the bag my pen was in the other day, some ink got up in the cap and it actually got in between the two pieces of resin, so I had to flush my pen out really good. And I also noticed some ink leaking out around here by the clip. There's, I guess, a tiny little bit of airspace, probably to let that area dry in case you do get water up in there or ink up in there. But when I pulled a paper towel up really tight next to the clip, it actually released some of the ink, it released some of the water. And I spent a good 30 minutes probably getting the ink out from the top of the pen. Another little quirk to it is that, ignore the cats, the clip and this ring here are a very, I want to say, a textured metal. It's a little bit more grabby on the skin, something similar to how the Lamy Safari special editions feel, with that slight textured, slightly grabby feel. Beyond that, I haven't really come across anything that I really dislike. So far, pen's really great. One other thing is, I personally, and I realize I have somewhat small hands, I don't like to write with this posted. It puts all of the weight on my hand and it gets very unbalanced. And I have a visitor checking out the rain outside. But when I write with it unposted, it feels a lot more natural, a lot more comfortable to write with. So, you know, if you can get one of these and you're willing to put out the money for the pen, I would definitely say it's worth it. I have absolutely no regrets. And I just wanted to provide a review for those people out there who are curious, since I hadn't seen one yet.